Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Philosophy Table, where we serve you food for thought. My name is Duko, aka the Nerd Dentist, and I'm joined by.
Hey, I'm Adi.
And I am Vishal. Hi.
I liked it when we did the monotone intro, by the way. This is
We can't keep everything monotone. That had shit to it.
you swore in the first 30 seconds. What's wrong with you?
I know the
Huh?
first 30 seconds
He
it
did?
flips.
True. He's right.
Yeah, okay.
Fuck you, YouTube.
So,
Uh-huh.
Jesus Christ.
relax, buddy.
He just started. Guys already
Today,
cussing.
let me fucking introduce the fucking thing, you
Introduce.
fucking moron.
God
Anyways.
damn.
Anyway. Uh, Today is a bit of a new one for us. We haven't done this before on the podcast, but we have prepared. Each of us has prepared their top three animation movies of all time, and we're gonna see how they compare, if we agree, if we disagree. Because recently, animation, at least in my opinion, has somewhat taken over from traditional like live action movies. I'm seeing more people excited for animation, more excited for what style is gonna be introduced. And we can revert back to fucking Spider Verse, but we've been sucking Spider Verse's dick for how many since we started basically.
No homo.
Nah, even since episode 1. There's always a Spider-Man mention. If you have a bingo card and it has Spider-Man on it, make sure you check it off. But as I said, animation is dear to our hearts. Some of us dabble in animation. We appreciate the medium. So it felt fitting to make a top 3 anime list. We could have done top 5, but this is a 1 hour podcast. It's not a Twitch stream. We're not sitting here for 4 hours. So we're gonna start by listing our number 3 entries. Okay, and we made sure that none of us have something that will be repeated, just to give more variety to showcase more of our favorite movies. So we'll start with Vishal. Vishal, can you start us off with your number 3 movie?
Number 3. Okay.
Yes.
Cars, the first one. That's my number 3.
Insert laugh track. Oh, that's not a joke? Okay, carry on.
Fuck you.
Explain yourself.
Explain myself? It's just a good story, man. I like the story. It's a.
What do you like about fucking vehicles?
I see. I like cars in general, not the animated, like the vehicle. The
Okay.
movie. I watched it a shit ton of times growing up. Came out when 2006, 7, somewhere there. Growing up, it became one of my best, like, favorite movies to watch. Every time it was on TV, I'd watch it, regardless of homework, exams, whatever. Then we lost
That
connection,
explains a lot.
and then I started watching it online again and again. The other day, Adi caught me watching Cars again, and he shat on me.
Yeah, it was weird. He was like jerking off and to Sally
Okay,
and Mater. It was
okay, too far, too far.
especially Mater. Like, why? Just he's a tow truck, dude. Relax.
Nah, bro, but like Doc Hudson. What
Hey, yo, chill.
the?
You mean Tom Selleck?
Who?
Anyway, carry on.
So that's top 3. It's just been a movie that constantly there for me, kind of thing.
I kind of agree with you. I'm not sure if I'll put it top 3, and I don't know why Adi hates it, but in terms of when it came out and basically introduced the whole genre of like vehicles and stuff that has feelings, because it spawned planes and other spin-offs. But Cars in itself, the story was it's very relatable. Just like a guy who had everything, lost it, starts from the bottom, needs to check his ego, Maybe that's why you relate, Vishal.
Right,
But it,
right.
yeah, but the past glory of Doc Hudson, whatever his name is. So even the final scene, it's all like good cinema. Like it's a good movie overall. And I've seen a lot of hate for it online. I don't know why. Maybe because Cars 3 ruined the franchise.
Cars 2.
Cars 2 and 3
No,
both, actually. I didn't like the other
3
two.
was
three
way better
more.
than 2.
Three more. Three was
Really?
awful.
3 did ruin it. Yeah, 3 was awful. 3 was
Yeah.
very bad.
Yeah. But in my head, I'm just thinking of the original one.
See, 3, they tried to, come up with the whole way in the modern time now, with, like other cars.
Yeah.
Um, but
They
this,
milked it
yeah,
a bit too much. Also, honorable mention to the acting. The Owen Wilson.
Ka-chow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Larry the Cable Guy as Mater. Like all of these casting choices were on point. So kudos.
okay. Adi, what about you? What's your
What about me?
third third favorite
Um,
or top 3?
my third favorite of all time is the only good Fantastic Four movie out there, The Incredibles. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, dude, literally, like it's the only superhero franchise that isn't built upon an existing like model that's genuinely really good. Like Brad Bird killed it. Like knowing that he goes on to make like amazing like other movies, and like knowing that he started off with like what Iron Giant and then Incredibles. Yeah, Incredibles, like it's my favorite, like one of my favorite superhero movies of all time. It handles family dynamic well. It handles their powers really well. Each of their powers are utilized like really smart. Like Mr. Incredible has what brute strength, and they make that creative. Imagine like his base powers. Ooh, I can lift slightly more than the average man, and they make him creative. They make him like chuck. What do you call? Like his family across like skylines. Like they really utilize his powers well. Elastigirl, she's basically Mr. Fantastic, but even her powers are very creative. Even in the second movie, with her the Elasticycle, they have it like split into two so that she can use her elastic abilities to like control where the bike moves and stuff. That was sick. Dash is like the best version of the Flash. Um, what's her name? Invisible Girl, Violet.
Violet,
Yeah,
yeah.
edgy teen done right. And the only edgy teen I do not hate in any sort of media. That's fun. But yeah, Incredibles.
The baby.
The baby, the rapper. Yeah. Oh, you're talking about Jack Jack.
Mm-hmm.
Right, yeah. Literally, Ex Machina.
Yeah, OP.
He's just OP as hell, and that's dude. He was the best part about the second movie.
Mm-hmm.
Every scene with Jack Jack is a scene stealer. He is fantastic, and he has zero dialogue apart from Goo Goo and Gaga.
Most of the scenes where they discover their abilities is like my favorites of the movie,
Yeah,
especially like Flash.
You mean
Dash.
Dash?
Yeah, he just said the best. I have Flash on my head. Fucking microwaving babies. But yeah,
Hey
Hey,
yo.
yeah,
So are we now going to talk about
but yeah.
Frozone? Samuel L. Jackson coming in.
Ah, dude,
Ah,
yeah, dude, yeah.
where's my
I
super
completely
suit?
forgot. Yeah, he was dude. Sam Jackson was amazing. The
Mhm.
entire cast, fantastic. But yeah, even what's her name, Edna. Like the
Yeah.
whole like no capes thing, like it's such a meme now. But, like it's crazy. And
Yeah.
and the fact that it's still relevant today in meme culture shows that it stands to time. Even cars, to be honest, because I was just when you were mentioning how cars have feelings, I was thinking about how like they have the whole what if toys had feelings and they have Toy Story? What if cars have feelings and then they have cars? What if feelings have feelings and then they have Inside Out? So yeah, like meme culture is like really like shown the test of time for like most of these movies.
Yeah.
So yeah, what's your top three, Dukes?
My list. I tried to be as diverse as possible. I didn't want to focus on like one studio, but most of these they might not be considered the best in terms of like animation movies out there, but they're the best to me because it's my list. But and I have each one of these movies that I chose. there's like an emotional aspect to it. Like there's an emotion that's tied to it, either like joy or sadness or whatever. And that's why I feel like the mark of a good movie is if you can relate to it. So my number three is a movie that showed me that just because sometimes society or the status quo might not be going with you and everybody is like passing you by, there's still time for you to achieve what you want and trust in your abilities. And that's Big Hero 6.
Good.
So a lot of people at the time were surprised at the direction that Disney went with Big Hero 6, because most of the movies around that time were mostly sequels, trilogies, but they decided to go with something new franchise. And I was I liked Baymax a lot because he's just this dumb robot that like you feel he's lost in time. Like he woke up in a different time and he gets to navigate through this whole aspect of New San Francisco, of how he deals with the hero, the engineer, the robotics engineer, the kid. And so at the start of the movie, Hero loses his brother. So we get to see the how he deals with grief in a way, how he tries to do the right thing during the movie, and how him and Baymax lead up to the penultimate last scene, which made me cry. Okay, but when Baymax went through all of this, all of the action, like that, what happened in the movie, and his decision to sacrifice himself, he's like, okay, as long as you're gonna be okay, I don't mind like losing myself. So I remember like watching that movie and thinking, there's good in the world. So in terms of just like emotional aspect, just relation to that movie, I relate a lot. That's why it's one of my favorite movies. It made me laugh. It made me cry. And yeah, that's my number three.
What's your take on the villain for Big Hero 6?
Who?
The villain in Big Hero 6. What's his name? The guy with the mask.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh.
I think he was shit.
Yeah.
He was the
See.
weakest link in the movie.
Yeah, but for me, the whole villain of the story was just the aspect of grief.
Yeah, I said they should have focused more on that.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have brought in like a
It
big bad.
the villain, every other part of the story was just, you felt like it helped just carry it as a plot, but wasn't the main focus. Main focus for me was just like Baymax, Hero, their relationship, and how they dealt together with the aspect of losing a loved one.
Because even Hero's dynamic with his brothers,
Yeah.
friends, and like workmates and stuff,
Yeah.
you see them trying to like push him up, get him back on his feet, but he's so hell bent on revenge, and
Yeah.
like they should have focused more on his character than just shoving a bad guy in there in like the last second. Because he came out of nowhere, dude.
Yeah.
Like the bad guy, the whole plot twist thing, like was so left field. It like ruined the movie for me. But apart from that, I really like the movie.
Yeah. I enjoyed the relations between characters. So that was what held up the movie for me, made me watch it, rewatch it.
Did
So
you
yeah,
did,
that's
did you see the Baymax
mm,
show they released?
we don't talk about that.
Really?
Don't talk about that. For me, Big
Y-
Hero 6 ends with the movie, and I have no relation or correlation or any knowledge of any other spin-off.
Would you say it's among your favorite Marvel movies?
Damn, that's a twist.
Yeah, because it is
That
technically
is
a
a
Marvel movie.
twist. No,
Really? You feel like some Marvel movies are higher
because
up?
fucking Spider-Man. I keep going to that fucking movie.
Okay. Let's consider the whole Spider-Verse stuff Sony.
Okay,
Okay, I'm saying this is under just
even the live action.
sure.
Oh, it's a toughie. Okay, that's a whole nother episode. This Marvel
Stay tuned
movies.
next time.
Yeah, that's now. I'm gonna preserve my judgment on that note. I'm gonna save it for the Marvel episode because there's just too many.
Alrighty. Up next, Vishal.
Right.
Number 2.
Number 2, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. The new.
You fucker.
I
You're jumping on the bandwagon. Let's explain yourself.
mean, I honestly I couldn't care less for the story. Couldn't give a fuck. I was just
Hey,
enjoying
yo.
the art style the
The
most.
movie was so much fun. What do you mean?
It
The
The
was,
story
story
but
was
was
so
good.
good.
I really liked it because of the characters. Like Death, fucking amazing. The best fucking villain out there.
True.
He's not a villain.
Yeah. He's nature itself.
He's nature's
He's not a villain.
nature's villain.
Yeah.
Okay,
Think about
okay.
it. Like this.
Honorable
This guy-
goal. Like this cat wants to live like 19 lives. He only gets 9.
18.
Nah, so
And
mostly it was for the art style. Like I really liked the art style of the movie. I was enjoying it because of that. And then that showed
I
up.
mean, true. It is an animation episode. We should focus more on animation.
Yeah. The
Right? Fair. Valid.
so that showing up was
What's
like
your
the
what was a standout scene for you in the movie?
standout scene
Art wise.
when
Like when you think art, what do you
art
think?
it was that specific scene where he hears the whistle when he's in the cave thing and the art style shifts as the camera's rotating and that shows up behind the rock thing.
You mean like in the crystal place?
Yeah, the crystal place. And then that's showing up.
Uh-huh.
You see the entire shift of art style as that's coming in. Or even in the start
Yeah.
where they had the whole Attack on Titan kind of scene.
Yeah, I think that's where they were really flexing the
Yeah.
animation skill because the movements are dynamic. It was literally taken out of something that Mappa would do. That was really good. Something I think Hollywood, like American animation, hasn't seen,
Yeah.
like dynamic movement.
The first scene was literally out of like anime.
Yeah, true.
I mean, you guys enjoyed the movie. We watched it together. What do you
Yeah, but I also like the story.
think? Fuck the story, bro.
I thought they handled anxiety really well. They handled Puss's character very well. They gave him depth for a guy who's supposed to be like what Shrek's sidekick. They made him his own character. I feel like the first movie didn't really handle Puss well. It just handled the adventure well.
people were losing interest in the whole character
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
after the
they
first
added
movie.
the omelet and which is yeah. But the second movie, you understand why Puss is doing what he's doing, and yes, it may look like he's betraying his friends, but his desperation to like hold on to life rather than just like learn to live it. It's I think something people can relate to. For a kids movie, it's a very mature like concept, anxiety, death, all those stuff. So handled very well as well.
For me to circle back to the animation point, because you can notice the influence of the art, like the drone style of Spider Verse in this one as well. But I feel they took it to the next level. They implemented their own style. It didn't feel like they're just like ripping something off. So I also enjoyed that part as well.
I'm glad like DreamWorks took what do you call they studied what Spider Verse did, but they made it their own thing. Because even with the bad guys,
Mm,
it's a CG animated cartoon with like 2D art on top of it,
yeah.
and again very dynamic movement, dynamic characters. That I guess that can be like an honorable mention eventually. But yeah, Duke, you want to go number 2 or
I can go number 2.
yeah, take
For me, Ghibli has always been like, I don't know, the standard of visual animations, just in terms of colors, brightness, conveying the just happiness or sadness. It the animation helps carry a lot of the plot of the story, because most of Ghibli movies, if you like really dig deep, they're not about the dialogue. They're not about what's happening in terms of I don't know, the conversations, but it's mostly about the setting, what's going on in the world, the how to convey that without using a lot of words, because it was marketed to, yes, the Eastern audience in Japan, but also to a Western audience. And my second pick is the it was hard. It was picking between two of my favorites. I'm gonna keep the second one that I picked for my honorable mentions, but this one is Howl's Moving Castle. It follows a story of this. That's what I love. It starts off with no context. Just this girl who makes hats. That's all she does. And the world, there's a war going on. So they mention the war. They don't revert back to it until like the final scenes of the movie. So you're left in this void of I don't know, not knowing what's going on. But as you follow her story and how she wants to escape the monotonous life that she has, she meets this wonderful gentleman that saves her from two bad guys, and she develops. I don't know. I don't know if it's a. I don't know if she loves him. I don't know if the term is love, but she really appreciates what he does for her. So she goes on this journey to find him and to find just like, if he can save her and be with her for the rest of her life. So the story follows them. She discovers he's a wizard. She discovers that he's being kept alive by his. He signed a contract with a fire demon. So, uh, just the aspect of her meeting those characters, talking about how animation can help convey emotions. She leaves everything behind. She abandons her family, everything, just because she thinks this is a just cause and this is what I need to be. So in terms of Ghibli movies, the animation, the magic, I think is my favorite in terms of Ghibli movies. How about you?
Um, who's Howl and why is that castle moving?
That's the magic. You see, they don't give you answers. That's what I love about this movie. There's just stuff going on, and you don't even question it. You're like, okay, a castle is moving. Okay, makes sense, because the castle is tied to the demon, to the fire demon. If the fire dies, everything dies. But yeah, it keeps you on your toes.
Um, yeah, Vishal's sending memes.
So
Vishal,
I was
do
searching this movie, right? I've never seen it. There's no
Mm,
Christian Bale's in it, so I'm just finding his memes in this. How they're
yeah,
comparing his character in that to him playing Batman being the same.
but that's one of his first like voice acting job.
he was quite young when he did it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really young. But he did a good job in that as well. But in terms of like say Ghibli movies, what's your experience with them and their art style?
See, I have a friend who's forced me to watch the movies, and just to spite her, I haven't watched any of them. I think I watched what was it, My Neighbor Totoro,
Mhm.
and Spirited Away,
Mm.
and that's about it.
No, we watched the awful one.
Yeah, we did,
Mm,
and I can't remember what it's called.
I can't either, but I remember it being awful. So even Ghibli has hits and misses.
But yeah, as of now, just to be an asshole, I'm not gonna watch a lot of them. Maybe eventually, who knows?
Did you watch The Cat Returns?
Have I?
Yeah, Country Road, the Japanese one.
Japanese country roads?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm drawing a blank. Maybe again, maybe if I see like a poster or
Mm.
something. Because all the Ghibli movies look the same to me.
That's the whole point.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's literally the same artist. So.
That's the whole point.
Yeah, it's like saying like, oh, Akira Toriyama's work
Yeah.
looks the same throughout Dragon Ball and what's it called?
Mm.
What's the game? The new one that's coming out?
Dragon Quest, Sandland or whatever.
Sandland, yeah.
Yeah.
That one.
But people love that art style.
Yeah,
Even
no,
even
I like it. It's nice.
even like I've heard the rumors of the new Zelda movie, and people want it to be in a Ghibli style.
Nah. I mean, I get it.
Everything conveyed in a Ghibli style, I think, kind of works.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like Zelda should be like a
3D.
nah. The guys that did Cyberpunk. I want them to-
anime.
Yeah, I want an anime styled Zelda action based.
Cyberpunk though.
Cyberpunk was good.
Yeah, but when you think Zelda, do you think lights and neons and
No,
visuals?
I'm saying the art style only. I
Mm.
like how sharp
The
the
art style.
features were of the characters.
Mm.
Even the design for what's his name, David's girlfriend.
Mm.
I keep forgetting her name.
Lucy.
Lucy. Like she had like much softer features, which I feel would like suit Zelda quite well. While
Yeah.
David's like sharper features would
The
fit
line work
Link.
was
The line
very
was
soft and
good,
stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. As
How
far
about-
as art goes, I feel like it's up there.
Yeah. Okay. Vishal, tell us your number 2.
I just did.
He did.
See. What was it?
Fuck you.
Okay, now you're being
Ah,
mean.
Puss in
It's
Boots,
Puss in
yeah.
Boots' last wish.
Okay, Adi.
Mine is Svenja, The Lion King. Not quote unquote live action.
What do you mean? Has
It's
Seth
not
Rogen
live
in it.
action for starters.
Seth Rogen.
It's still animated. Okay, Seth Rogen was the best part, and Gambino.
Was Billy Crystal there? Did he reprise his role as Timon?
No.
He was.
Timon, they got the other guy, the guy who does the talk show on the street. He goes around asking people questions. He's very sassy. I forgot his name.
Are you thinking of the parrot?
No, wait. Don't make me fucking Google stuff in the middle of a podcast.
That's fine. Better get it right.
Alright. What's his name? Yeah, Billy Eichner.
Billy I.
Yeah.
Timon.
I wish they brought back what's his name for Scar? Jeremy Irons.
Mm,
I like the other guy whose name I can't pronounce.
same.
Chiwetel Ejiofor. Close enough.
Good enough.
Yeah. I like him. He's good. But Jeremy Irons, the way he sang the Nazi song was so good.
Which song?
See, that got Vishal's attention. He wasn't paying attention to anything I was saying until I mentioned Nazi. Actual anti-Semitic.
I was just looking. They have 12 songs in that movie. And why do I only remember
Yeah,
two?
Hakuna Matata and Can You Feel the Love Tonight? No, I like the one where he wishes his dad was dead and then his dad immediately dies. That was ironic. I can't wait to be king. Boom, you're a king now. But yeah, Lion King is a movie that I've literally burnt through the. Okay, so I don't know if anyone's old enough to know what a fucking VCR is. But yeah, I've literally like run through the tapes. I had to like rewind it with a pencil and watch the movie over and over again to a point where my parents are so fed up of having to hear Hakuna Matata on loop for like 12 hours a day that they got me the Christopher Reeve Superman movie as a replacement. Jokes on them, I played that on loop too. Except now I had to have a Superman costume while watching it. But yeah, Lion King, my top 2 favorite. Honestly, it was my top favorite movie for a very long time until my top, like the number 1 came in, which we'll get into later. Because
So-
Vishal's gonna mention his.
No. What do you
number
think about the 2019 one, the Lion King?
I don't know what you're talking about. The Broadway one?
No, the one
You
where
mean the Broadway play? The Broadway play was so good.
no,
dude.
where Donald Glover was
Do
Simba.
you know
that
Tom
one?
Cruise played Pumbaa in the recent Broadway Lion King musical with the fat talk show host, the British one? Yeah, they did.
They got James Corden to do it.
No, he got Tom Cruise to do it.
Really?
Pumbaa?
Yeah, they were the. So I think Tom Cruise was Pumbaa and James Corden was Timon.
Shouldn't it be the
It was
other
like
way around?
dude, whoa, what are you trying to insinuate?
I think James Corden would do a better job as the other
I
guy.
think James Corden would do a better job if he stayed at home.
It was supposed to be his whole finale thing because he's done with talk show hosting.
Thank God.
Yeah. Anyway,
No?
we're gonna talk about talk show hosts later because I have a
Okay.
favorite.
Again, 2019 Lion King. What are your thoughts, guys?
I really don't know what you're talking about.
No, I know that you do because you've talked about it quite a bit.
Again, Gambino's my favorite. I love Gambino to the end of the world. His version of Hakuna Matata sends shivers down my spine. It's almost erotic, but it's the most lifeless, devoid piece of media I've seen in my life. I've seen I've seen actual animals show more emotion than an animated one. Somehow.
Sometimes for emotions, you need animation,
No, I
especially
mean,
for that movie. Just the face of Simba watching his dad get trampled on by wildebeest.
and it was like he was so unfazed.
Yeah, it's
He
like
was like, "Oh, I do get to be king."
he was phased. He was definitely phased.
He's like, that's life.
No,
What to do?
he was
That's
blazed.
not life. That's the circle.
He was high as hell. But yeah, uh, just I don't know. It was a beat for beat recreation of the original, right? So there was no creative liberties taken,
Mm.
and somehow they made a lifeless version of it's like a shell of the original.
I see a lot of emotion.
Again, he's sending memes. I don't know what to do with this guy.
There's
I'll
no.
give it that. Baby Simba is cute.
Yeah.
Look, so much.
Anyway, Vishal,
Yes.
what's your number one movie of animated movie of all time?
Oh no. Do you have any honorable mentions, Michelle?
Oh, we're doing honorable mentions.
Yeah,
now?
yeah.
Okay.
Before the
Honorable
big
mention.
reveal.
I don't know. You're just gonna make fun of the shit I say.
Obviously,
I said,
mean,
I,
no,
I
what
said,
do
I
you-
said things that some people make fun of. Like, but it's
You
fine.
said things I do not even know.
Okay, you get to know.
Get good. Watch
Um,
more animated movies.
Honorable mention. Fuck it. Where do I start? Sure. Toy Story being one of them. The first one. The others are fucked up. What else is there? Sea Beast was nice. The other movie, Croods, the family.
Sea Beast, was that the Netflix one?
Yeah, the Netflix.
Yeah.
Ah,
What's that Croods one? I forgot the name.
Crudes.
Yeah, don't they have a...
The Croods.
the Crudes.
The Croods.
No, didn't they have a second part as well?
Yeah, the Crudes too.
Mhm.
Oh, was it literally the Croods too?
Yeah.
I think so. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
All I know is Nick Cage is in it. Nick fucking Cage.
so that was nice. The other movie where the song was there, We Don't Talk About Bruno.
If-
Adi's favorite.
Encanto.
Yeah, that one. Fucking
I-
amazing.
okay. I'm
Great,
going to
great
dedicate an
movie.
entire episode, or at least like a short or something, just roasting that movie because I do not like it. I don't know why everybody else loves that
You're
movie.
objectively wrong, but
You can
amazing
objectively
movie.
suck my. Anyway.
No, the movie was amazing.
Encanto.
Yeah.
Awful.
No, it
You
was
can you can stop talking about Bruno. Honestly,
No, like
couldn't care less.
Bruno was the best
If you-
character. What do you mean?
if you like The Crude, how are your feelings about Ice Age?
Ice
The
Age?
superior Crudes
Ice Age was nice.
with the ugly ass baby.
Baby was so ugly.
It's a product of its time.
I
okay?
mean, for the animation they could do at the time, they could Diego or whatever his name, the tiger,
The
Sabretooth.
Yeah, he was sick.
He was fine. He
I
was a
love his
good
design.
character. I love that character. Even Ray Romano, the elephant, the mammoth.
the mammoth.
Yeah, and Sid. That's like my favorite insult. Just calling everybody Sid
Did.
because they're
No,
yeah.
dude. I love the squirrel. Scrat.
Scrap.
Scrat was secretly the main character of all those.
Actually true.
He literally set like every movie he set the plot in motion.
The walnut was the secret villain.
It really was.
It really
Yeah,
broke the earth.
overarching.
It caused Pangea.
No, it Pangea is what it used to be.
So it
He
broke Pangea.
He broke Pangea. Yeah.
Yeah.
The mammoth's nice too. Manny. Was it Manny?
Yeah, that's what he's talking about.
Mm.
Then
Then he got a girlfriend.
what was it? Beyonce?
Ellie.
No, it wasn't. It was J Lo.
Was it JLo?
Or was J Lo the female Sabretooth? I don't know. I don't
They're
remember.
all the same.
Yeah.
But then he had baby mammoth and I hated the girlfriends, like step siblings, the two possums.
I like the
I love
what's his name?
The pirate.
The
dude.
Australian dude.
I should maybe.
Yeah, he had
guy
Australian
who
accent
rides-
for some reason.
Right, he rides dinosaurs and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was sick.
See, that type of movie with like a bunch of animals and stuff for the time was the moneymaker. If you think of Madagascar,
Yeah,
also at the time,
over the hedge.
yeah, Over the Hedge, it was all just animals doing a
Yeah.
bunch of shit.
What was the other one? The one with the bear and the deer.
The bear and open season.
Open season.
Open season.
Yeah. What a weird era.
Madagascar was the top one though.
Madagascar was
The
amazing.
amount of memes that came out of Madagascar
still
is still
relevant.
going on.
Mauricio.
Mauricio.
Mort, you cut off my fucking legs. I cannot move it anymore. That was so
The
good.
video of what's his name, Mutombo or whatever the fuck his
Oh,
name.
I think Moto likes you.
Yeah,
I
Moto
like 'em
Moto.
big. I like 'em
Chunky.
chunky. Dude, Madagascar. I want Madagascar to get a segment. I love Madagascar.
Madagascar is so good.
Madagascar was
The
so
cast.
much fun.
If you think about the cast,
Star-studded.
Ben Stiller,
Ben Stiller, David Schwimmer,
Chris Rock,
Chris Rock. Who plays Julian? Borat.
what's his name?
Borat.
Sacha Baron Cohen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was fun. Who was the hippo? Jada Pinkett Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Keep my Anyway.
Who did King Julian?
King Julian was...
No, Mort.
Mort? I have no idea.
Because that guy deserves credit.
Andy Richard.
Respect.
And Andy
Yeah.
Richard did more.
Andy Richard gets
Yeah.
a shout out.
It's a thumbs up for me.
2 thumbs up.
1.
I have a thumb too.
2 thumbs up
Yeah.
from both of us.
Individually.
Do you think Madagascar and those had any influence in terms of like the newer multiple animal movies that we're seeing,
I feel Madagascar
like Zootopia and those?
I'd say Madagascar set the pace for animation. Remember how like jump cut the movie was? Like,
yeah.
like everyone was so, they took animation, they stopped trying to make it realistic. Because think about it, Ice Age still kept him grounded in reality to
Yeah.
an extent.
Like the animals look like animals.
And a mammoth can only do what a mammoth can do. In this one, Alex is dancing around. King Julian's like fucking pole dancing on the other guy's
No,
neck.
someone needs to speak about how frisky King Julian was. Like that guy had
King
issues.
Julian was
He had issues.
he was on something.
Yeah.
But everyone was. It was so animated, and I think that's why people still remember it.
I think you're right. They introduced the whole idea of animals doing something
Anthropomorphic
else.
animals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zootopia was there, and then Sing.
They took Looney Tunes
Mm.
into CG.
Yeah.
Because Looney Tunes had it. They had like anthropomorphic animals doing like wacky stuff.
It's more like slapstick comedy
Yeah.
for Looney Tunes because it had to be in a short period of time.
Exactly.
But when they got given the freedom, they expanded on that. We got to show how they interact with each other, their
Yeah.
actual like goals. For Sing, for example, it's a koala who owns a theater. So
McConaughey, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
McConaughey.
You don't sing. Good, amazing.
Sing
cast.
was great. Sing was great.
I haven't seen the second one.
Don't.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, Adi, hit us with your honorable mention.
Alrighty. Honorable mentions are. Do I start from the bottom and
Anyway.
Alright. Honorable mention numero uno.
Mhm.
Iron Giant. I mentioned this earlier. Brad Bird's.
A lot of people could consider it like the grandfather of most like 2D to 3D
2D
drawn.
CG,
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. Because up until then, when they put CG into a movie, you could tell it's CG. But these guys, dude, that's like a. So when you have the time, there's a video on YouTube that shows the behind the scenes of this. They had a fraction of the budget and the crew that most Disney movies get at that time to make this movie. And since Brad Bird was already like an experienced animator, he's already been in the field long enough. He knew that he could make this work with just like 15 people or something like that. So yeah, what they did was they took the 3D model of Vin Diesel. I'm sorry, the Iron Giant, and basically they 2D'd it. And I still to this day think it's Vin Diesel's best acting role.
Yeah, that's high praise.
No,
That's family.
It's low bar.
That's family.
Vin Diesel peaked when he did Iron Giant and Groot. And what was the other one? The babysitter,
The pacifier.
the pacifier.
See, for me, that's his top performance.
That's his top performance.
because you think pacifier, you don't think Vin Diesel, but he pulled it off.
Sure. But yeah, that's honorable mention number one. Do I just go through all of them,
Yeah,
or
just
you
keep
guys
going.
want to?
I'll keep going.
Right. Honorable mention number two, the Lego Movie. That's I'd say the predecessor for Into the Spider-Verse. Same people. Phil
Mm.
Lord and the other one.
I think
Christopher Miller.
they introduced the comedy.
Comedy,
Yeah.
new style of animation. Plus, wait, dude, the way the Lego looks,
Yeah.
it looks like a real stop motion Lego set that a kid could have made. So yeah, they had I'd say it was a template for it was like a blueprint for Into the Spider-Verse
It was, I
to
think,
see how
even
much they
hard
can
for them
experiment.
to get the animation, just moving the Legos,
Yeah,
showing that they can fight, they can
yeah.
jump, they can do all of these actions.
While following Lego physics.
Yes.
Yeah. Lego Movie 2, we don't talk about it.
How about Lego Batman?
Dude, best version of Batman. Easily. The entire beginning song segment where he's just hyping himself up with heavy metal while beating his rogues gallery. Peak cinema. Cinema peak right there. His
Everything is
relationship
awesome.
with Joker, fantastic. They made it a love-hate relationship, and I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the Lego Ninjago movie was lacking. It didn't have the spark that the animated the show had.
Did it have Jackie Chan?
Yes, it did. As Master Spinjitzu.
Uh,
I don't know his name. I can't remember. That's how much of an impact it made on me. My third mention is Up, because like what the first 7 minutes give you depression, and the rest of the movie you can forget.
that's Oscar worthy.
Because honestly, the rest of the movie meant like absolutely nothing to me. I couldn't care
Same.
about Russell or the bird.
I hated the kid.
Yeah, I couldn't care less about them. But the first 7 minutes, just like him and his relationship with his wife,
Just that montage.
that montage alone is an Oscar-worthy movie.
That is animation gold right
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
No dialogue, nothing, just good music and visual
This
storytelling.
shows you music can carry a scene.
Yeah.
Visuals can carry a scene and convey emotions. Because you feel the change in the tone of the music once you get the realization that his wife is sick,
Yeah.
and it all just like carries on beautifully until the
Yeah.
end.
And my final honorable mention, which would be number one if it wasn't for my actual number one, is Kung Fu Panda 2. Specifically Kung Fu Panda 2. Just because it took a darker shift for the Kung Fu Panda movie, which the third one completely ruined. The villain Shen, voiced by Gary Oldman. Jack Black, fantastic as always. Dustin Hoffman as Shifu, not a big role. Angelina Jolie as a tigress. Honestly, the most accurate casting ever. But yeah, the whole movie, how it handles like a darker storytelling, the themes of loss, the themes of repressing trauma, how to overcome trauma. I think they have a line in the movie where about scars and wounds healing or something, and Shen's like, "No, you idiot! Scars don't heal, wounds do." And like, it's like, "What do wounds do? Fade." But regardless, you got to let go of your past to move forward. And I feel like DreamWorks is really good at telling complex, even Puss in Boots, like complex storytelling that's easily digestible for kids. Like even as a kid, maybe if you don't pick it up, you'll pick it up later.
I say it's the smartest version of like what Pixar does. So Pixar, the plot is easy to follow.
PIXAR is baby feed.
Yeah. DreamWorks doesn't cater to just like the baby audience. A like older person can watch it and still get most of it, even more.
I know. I just peeked at your screen and I see.
Yes, I was gonna
DreamWorks.
segue.
Yeah, you're gonna segue.
Yeah.
Hit it.
I mean, okay, my honorable mentions. One of them we already like touched on, so I'm not gonna repeat. It was Madagascar, and its influence in the animation space. But my second honorable mention, going back to DreamWorks and how they treat the audience and how they cater to, I say, all demographics, is Shrek. Shrek, at the time when I was a kid, it was funny, it was whimsical. I grew older, I watched Shrek again. It's the funniest shit ever. Shrek 1, 2, even the one that people say is bad, like Shrek the third, even the fourth.
I like the fourth one.
I liked all of them.
I didn't like the third one.
I liked all of them. But they all had their like stories or ideas. But what carried Shrek for me was the comedy. The comedy from the start to the finish, the impact it had on, I would say, pop culture in general. Shrek was I'll say a phenom in the space. The cast, Eddie Murphy. For me, like I knew Eddie Murphy was funny and he had a funny voice,
Because
but
Mulan, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
but Donkey, I would say you brought Mulan, so I don't know, but I'd say Donkey is his best like voice acting role.
Donkey was a template for Chris Rock in Madagascar.
Yes,
Think about it.
Yes, yeah.
Like,
Donkey was template for a lot of
like,
people.
like, what was the zebra's name?
The
Marty?
zebra,
Marty.
Marty,
Yeah, he
Marty.
basically copied
Yeah,
Donkey from Shrek.
yeah, but just like the fact that Shrek had I would say unlimited space because it's a whimsical world, right? There anything can go, and if you just watch any of the Easter eggs videos on YouTube of like any of the Shrek movies, these guys knew how to incorporate what's going on in the real world in Shrek and not make it too obvious. That's how smart they were in terms of like telling stories. So yeah, that's my second honorable mention.
What about Shrek 2? Best Shrek movie.
That is the best Shrek movie. Dude, Shrek's music, story, everything Shrek is awesome. My third honorable mention is comes from Japan. It's Your Name.
What's your name?
Your Name.
What about it?
I love it.
You love Adi?
Yes.
Oh.
So Your Name was.
Oh, you mean Kimi no Nawa?
Don't say that again.
I can't say it in Japanese.
Yes. Yeah. What makes Your Name different? When I used to think of anime movie, get ready for a lot of boom boom and shoot and whatever, like just shonen basically. I went into Your Name without any expectations. I was like, oh, I'll watch it, I guess. As the story went on, and you get to see it's a story about two people that they swap. There's some sci-fi there. They swap bodies. There's a lot of things going on there, but you get to see when they swap bodies, they understand each other better, and yeah, something is happening off screen that you guys are not gonna see.
No, we're gonna put this in the video.
Put this on the thumbnail.
Yeah. Vishal's been sending us memes.
Yeah.
The
Anyways,
whole,
yeah.
I can't describe it.
Yeah. No, it's an abomination. But we're going back into Your Name. Visually striking, because I think was the second movie that the director, I forgot his name, but this is the second feature film that he directed, and it was a global success. I think it was deserved. It conveyed a romantic comedy story with sci-fi, and also going back to my Big Hero 6 analysis, it made me cry. So if you make me cry, you get into my top 3. It's easy as that.
Alright, guys, break his kneecaps.
Say less.
Yeah. Say less.
Yeah. Okay, but now let's get to the top
Vishal.
animation movies of all time,
Vishal's-
according to the philosophy table.
Vishal's honorable mention.
He
No,
said
that's
he
all.
didn't have many.
Yeah, he had like 2.
3.
He didn't have
We
many.
gave him enough time to come up with more.
Do you have one more,
Nah.
Vishal?
No.
Okay.
See? Okay, Vishal, hit us with your number 1.
Look at this shit.
Stop sending memes because people are okay. Add all these memes. Editor note to myself. Add all these memes. Just show them on the screen randomly. If you're listening on Spotify, I'm sorry. Go watch on
He
YouTube.
said POV Duko. Okay.
Okay,
Vishal,
okay.
your-
Meme Lord, give us your number 1.
Alright, number 1, the very first How to Train Your Dragon. Why? Well, because it's
Nobody
a,
asked. Anyway.
go fuck yourself. Huh? How about that?
Elaborate, Vishal.
Okay, so 1, journey of friendship, self-discovery, and he's overcoming shit, and then bunch of small shit like how he's what do we say, resourceful, how he comes up with new shit. He's the smart one. overall, this movie, it's been like, I'd watch it whenever I'm bored, only because it's so fun. I mean, it's depressing at points, but it's fun. Then seeing the relationship between the dragons and the humans, how Hiccup's trying to convince the other fuckers, like, yo, they're not so bad. I can write one, you can write one too.
Is that a sex thing?
No, it's not.
No.
You need to stop with that.
Who's Hiccup?
The main guy.
You want some water, dude? Gesundheit.
Okay, question to Vishal. If you had to cast Hiccup in a live action movie, who would play Hiccup?
Ezra Miller, dude, of course.
Okay, you need
What?
to get the actual voice actor for Hiccup to play Hiccup.
Yeah, he looks exactly like
He
Hiccup.
looks exactly like him.
I was thinking of that.
Yeah.
Even if not, Andrew Garfield maybe.
Andrew Garfield?
He-
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe a younger, much younger Andrew Garfield.
Yeah.
Who's the guy from Dune? Forgot his name.
Nah.
Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah.
He's too much of a femboy.
Femboy?
Oh, okay. Okay.
I
Jesus.
mean, everybody knows that.
Okay.
uh,
Dukes. Numero uno.
Who, me?
C.
Again, make me cry. You get number one. But this one, it made me laugh a lot, feel happy inside. And just at the end, I was crying, but I wasn't crying because I was sad. I was crying because happy tears. It's Coco. The music, the setting, the story of Miguel, how he's connected to his family, the concept of if you don't forget them, they're not gone. And couple all of that with the colors, the Day of the Dead, the whole theme. I think that was a straight 10 out of 10 for me on the first watch, on the second watch, on the third watch, and on every other time I've seen it. I don't get tired of it. And I usually don't rewatch movies, but Coco is one. If it's playing, I'll sit through it. I love it so much. And yeah. See, I hate being serious and then looking over and seeing Grandma Coco
With a line of coke.
Ah, R.I.P. But yeah,
Vishal needs to chill.
yeah, he needs to chill. We're not sending memes for fuck. I mean, Cars is in itself is a meme, so we don't need to do that. But yeah,
No, liking cars. That's the meme.
liking Cars is a meme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man picked cars in his top 3, man.
Cars is a good
Anyway.
movie.
Okay. Duko, you can.
Yeah, but for me, the whole plot twist, him thinking that I need to find this person to fit the image, and he goes through this, and he thinks, oh, you're the main singer, you're the big guy, you're my descendant, and then discovering that, oh, it was this guy who was with him all along. He's the actual person who deserves the credit. And then after that plot twist, the movie gives us another twist where Mama Coco is gone, and you want to feel sad for her, you want to feel upset, but then you see that she's reunited with her dad, and everything is fine in the world. So just for the aspect of family, the aspect in terms of just animation, the colors can carry a lot of emotions. And in Coco, they nailed it. They hit it out the park. So yeah, for me, Coco is my number one animation of all.
I mean, it's even themes of validation, right?
Yeah.
Because his family doesn't approve of him following his dreams.
That's so. Yeah, that's the
So,
big aspect of the story.
The extremes he has to go to follow his dreams is something people can.
It's little scenes like his
Yeah.
grandma breaking his guitar.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's something everybody can relate to when you want to do something and your family does not approve of, and the metaphoric breaking of the guitar happens to everyone.
Like when my sister broke my Lego.
You want it to be a professional Lego maker?
I could have been.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Now we'll never know.
Now, I guess we'll never know.
Guess we'll never know.
Mm-hmm. I love Coco.
Is that like a drug thing?
That is like a drug thing,
Okay.
and I love the movie too.
All right. Then I guess I'm ending with my one.
Yes.
So my top movie, top animated movie, and possibly top movie of all time, personally, and factually too. It's actually an amazing movie. It's Wally. Because imagine it's like what, a 2 hour movie, maybe less, and there's borderline zero dialogue, and think everything that I hyped about. What was it? The first 7 minutes of Up, and now it's a feature length film.
Yeah.
Carried by music, visual storytelling, more emotions on a robot than in fucking Lion King. Imagine
Just two eyes.
just two eyes conveyed so much more. Two eyes that are built like a fucking camera, and it shows so much more emotion. And you're rooting for this guy, because think about it. They gave this little garbage dump like robot so much personality. He has his own house. His house is decorated. He has his own like pet cockroach that he like treats like his best friend. That's stuff that most people find disgusting is treasure to this guy. So it really gives you like a shift of perspective that not everything that glitters is gold.
Yeah.
Who said that? I feel like I saw it in the Kanye documentary.
It is.
It is, right?
Family business.
Yeah. But yeah, it's I don't know. Wally is probably my favorite movie of all time. Just a relationship between him and Eve as well. I don't know. What do you think about Wally, Vishal?
I mean, I only watched it when you forced me to. I haven't.
Forced you? How dare you?
I mean, the movie was nice. I liked it. I liked the whole shit. But yeah, I'm not a big fan.
This is
For
why I don't
me-
ask Vishal things.
Wally was the perfect representation of the fears of what society will be. Because there's the story, the cute story of him and Eve and everybody and everything. But if you look like from the big picture, it's a story about society ruining itself and what's the last remnants of hope left, just portrayed in this robot. This robot carried the hopes of everybody watching for a better tomorrow, basically, because you've seen the what is it called, the spaceship where everybody went to,
The Axiom.
yeah, and how the people in the future got so lazy and so comfortable. And if you want to be dark about it, most of those people, everybody they love is gone. So
I mean, most of those people only know their loved ones within the ship because they've been on the ship for like what, 700 years.
True.
how much?
700 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they don't have any realization of Earth.
They don't have any connection to Earth anymore.
Yeah,
Like that's a distant home for them. And I mean, the movie shows how we literally screw up the planet and ourselves. But then I like that it also shows us hope.
yeah,
All the scenes where Wally is listening to music, or like dancing, or like trying to hold Eve's hand. That's everything that's good about humanity shown through a little garbage dumpster robot.
yeah.
And I think that's very nice.
That's Pixar for you.
Yeah.
Just give everything emotion.
Give robot emotions.
Give emotions emotion.
Honestly, dude,
Honorable mention Inside Out. But yeah.
no. Inside, Get Out.
Didn't Inside Out have also a Big Hero 6 type of moment where what's his name? The elephant dude?
Bing Bong?
Bing Bong was like, I'm dead. You carry
couldn't
on.
care less about Bing Bong.
Bing Bong was great.
Exactly.
He,
I don't care.
He sacrificed
I couldn't care.
himself.
I wanted Sadness gone. Like she was awful.
Honorable mention, the Emoji Movie. Okay, I'm gonna get kicked out of the podcast. It's fine.
You're gonna get kicked out of the house. Keep speaking like that. Anyway, this has been fun.
Has been fun.
Wait.
Okay.
Wait.
Uh,
What do you guys
uh-huh.
think of the upcoming Elemental? We saw the trailers. We haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I
Low,
forgot about it.
low expectation.
Low
I
expectation.
I know Pixar. Recently, they just do solid visuals. You see it and it looks nice, and then story is lackluster. So that's my
What's the other trailer we watched? The one where the kid gets abducted by aliens.
trailer.
Elio or something.
Elio, yeah.
Yeah. That looked fun.
Again, I lost trust in Pixar, so I just need them
Yeah.
to show me a good story. The last good was Soul Pixar. Soul,
Yeah.
yeah, Soul was great.
Soul was fantastic.
Soul was
Dooku keeps trying to convince me that Jamie Foxx is dead, and you need to
R.I.P.
chill. He's
Oh,
not dead.
R.I.P. But that was a great movie.
But yeah, Soul was fantastic. And then oh yeah, Toy Story 5's coming, and
Is
No one asked for it.
somehow they're bringing Woody back.
No one asked for it.
I don't know how they're gonna bring Woody back, even though he left the gang in the fourth movie.
Maybe the kid
you
buys
watched the
another
fourth
Woody.
movie?
I watched all the Toy Story
watched
movies,
all
and I
of them
don't
too.
like any of them.
I
I watched
stopped
the
after
fourth movie.
3.
No, but the fourth one has Keanu Reeves.
True, boom kaboom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, best part about the movie.
Yeah.
That and like the hyper realistic cat,
Ah, yeah,
the
yeah,
one that's like bathing in sunlight, and they showed like all their hair physics and stuff.
yeah.
Dude, that was Pixar's flex.
Mm.
Like that was the biggest flex you could do. Have realistic animals in an animated movie. That was fantastic. But
That's
yeah,
Power of animation, baby.
here's hoping that there's more innovation animation.
Yeah.
Fuck, honorable mention Klaus.
Cloud.
It's a in over what 7 to 12 years of 3D movies. It's the first hand-drawn movie since like in a very long time, and they did it so well it looks like a 3D movie. Imagine. That's how good hand-drawn animation can be. Bring back hand-drawn animation. I want
Honestly,
hand-drawn animation
honestly,
back.
I don't mind.
You don't mind?
I don't mind hand drawn. Like
I love
nowadays.
hand-drawn.
Yeah, I love it. It conveys a different aspect. Like 3D, good and all, but hand drawn, I feel it's more authentic. And if you can do it hand drawn, then do it.
It's just that it's time consuming, money consuming.
Yeah.
Takes a lot of people. But
Did
yeah,
we mention Up?
Yes.
damn, someone's not paying
He's too
attention.
busy sending memes.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
If you weren't sending me, what is this? Okay, it's a text, so I can actually read it out for you guys. Disney, Coco is a children's movie. Coco, alcohol, murder, and a man who slept around so much he wasn't sure if he actually had a great great grandson. Me, good.
He's Genghis
Yeah,
Khan.
you see why Vishal's not the funny one. Anyway, this has been fun for the third time. you wanna send us off, Luca?
Okay, everybody. We do appreciate if you let us know your top three. If you disagree with us, or if you agree.
If you disagree, you're just wrong. But
Yeah,
yeah,
but you can disagree
but
with
you can hate
Vishal.
on cars.
Yeah, this you can disagree with Vishal.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Feel free to shit on cars, both in real life and the movie.
But this has been great. This has been the philosophy table. Please do like, share, subscribe. Follow us maybe on TikTok. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter. Don't, but do. And do listen to us on Spotify as well. If you're driving, no time to watch YouTube, just want something annoying you in the background, why not be us?
And if you're on Spotify, watch us on YouTube while driving.
So that watch us on YouTube. Put us
Yeah.
on the screen, yeah. But yeah, thank you guys for listening. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Don't cancel us.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.